2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Pleased to have your company as we kick off our coverage of this exciting event. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Can you hear those tweets? This is what they have left for birdie here.
Par putt coming up here.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Currently has a share of second place. Time to tee off at the second. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. From about 200 yards out. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it? Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Oh, just missed. And after that hole, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Needs this one to kick right. Yeah, that was a safe play. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. 7-footer right here. Good stroke. Ooh. Putting for a bogey. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Sitting at 1 over for the event. We have a par 5 here. Time to take advantage. Henny, how's that ball lying?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Well, that was a good strike. And here we are with the third shot. He's 2 shots back. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
That dog will hunt.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Oh, that would have been nice to make. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 5th. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. And he's down there.
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Great shot. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 6th. That one's heading down Broadway. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially...
Oh, you beauty! An eagle! That'll help make a big move. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
And that's the right momentum. Back into top spot on the leaderboard. Well, that's huge momentum they're bringing to this hole. Coming off the eagle. Time to hit another good drive. Now, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Here's Will Zalatoris. Oh, don't give him praise, just look with admiration. That's serious talent.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Time now for the fourth shot. He leads the field by a stroke. Great touch. Really nicely played.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Leading by a shot after that hole. Here we are in front of a par 3. Opting for the 9-iron. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
What's a strange miss there. Look, they've been hitting the greens all day long.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And he needs this to save par. Just didn't drop. That'll sting a bit. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And let's see what that super shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Oh, that was flushed. Already with a couple of wins under their belt. Getting ready to play their third. Just 1 stroke back in this tournament. How close was that to going down? Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Well, the old hammer hands putt. Can share the lead here if you can hold this putt. 9 holes down into this rivalry, Rich. How are you rating their performance so far?
Well, they are doing better than their rivals, so that's good news, but there still is lots of golf to play. Should provide us for an entertaining week, that's for sure.
That's heading for the fairway. Time for the second shot at the 10th. That was wonderfully done. And here we are with the third shot. Currently tied for the lead. And here we are with their fourth. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
This one's dialed in. Oh, so close. Putting now for a bogey. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Just a couple back from our leader. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
And this putt is to move into the top 5. Ooh, right by the hole. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for third. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So with another hole behind us, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's head to the 12th hole. Going with the hybrid. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Hold this putt and you'll become second on the leaderboard. Not sure if they read that the way they were expecting.
Downhill putt there. Luke just misjudged the pace there. Didn't want to be too bold with it. Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Wood.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. So after that hole, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Well, 13th. That's unlucky for some, Rich. Looked like he's hooked this one. Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible with 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day. And he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green is a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green and the pins over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there. And kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. "14 feet to the cup."
This is what they have left for par.
That's the cardinal sin, leaving it short in the heart.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Yeah, I can understand you'd be disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Playing within their comfort zone there. You want to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard? Well, let's hold this putt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
We have a par 4 on this one. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That's tidy. Time for the second shot at the 16th. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. And that was a bit of a misfire. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And he holds it. What a putt.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
Sitting at 2 over par. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Ooh, nice line. That's a good putt to make, that one. Oh, he'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Currently at 2 over par. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Here's Will Zalatoris. And with that hole behind us, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, here we are, the 18th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 195 yards. Wow, that one was a fairway splitter.
Just needs this one to kick right. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Talk about long range. I mean, they don't even make jets that go this far.
No, that's too bad.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
And that signs off on today's round. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for second. Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.